I think it's very clear that the Seanad, with its voice, is calling for a humanitarian ceasefire. I think it's very clear that the Seanad is asking for the unconditional release of hostages. Minister Fleming, you're here, and I know that Taoiseach spoke with us, and in his speech, and everyone's contributions, it's just shocking. And it's hard to take in the scale of this absolute disaster that's unfolding before us. But I suppose for me, it's very clear that the funding for UNRWA is crucial. That 20 million that's been allocated directly from the Irish government to that agency is crucial. That the Irish government is going to continue to work within the EU to ensure that the EU as well is allocating funding to UNRWA. That agency is supporting, I think from what I understand from listening to Joseph Borrell last week, nearly 2 million people in Gaza alone. Like the scale of the support that's been offered in a humanitarian disaster zone when people who are going in as emergency responders are also under attack is absolutely incredible. I very much appreciate the fact that immediate action was taken in relation to those staff, and that of course is the way that should have happened. But there is going to be such a level of support that is required here, and I think that deserves huge focus by our government and by our government's voice within the EU and at an international level. And the humanitarian ceasefire, which is immediately required and which is needed in order for people to actually, survive, for children to survive, for the Taoiseach to mention that 17,000 children, that they have a new acronym. It's shocking. A new acronym for children that are left with no families. And I think it's very clear from everyone that has spoken here, and I guess I just want to say that it is crucial that the funding been allocated to UNRWA, that there is a focus on how that is going to be in the time ahead, because it's going to be needed more than ever. And again, just to appreciate I suppose the efforts that's been made on our behalf with the Taoiseach, the Department of Foreign Affairs and the officials there, who I know are doing excellent work on this, but we need to see action. We need to see the Irish government working with the US to come up with a resolution that is going to work at the UN. We need a resolution that is going to work, and that involves the Irish government using their voice with the US to ensure that is something that comes to pass. Thank you very much, and Gur Magath.